Hi everyone.
Hi there.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Today what we're going to talk about is the premiumization of everything and the influence of luxury on all the others.
Yeah, I think the great thing about every single consumer subsector is you can find a premium version of it. You know, whether it's spirits, whether it's Starbucks, not too far from here in the meatpacking district, you have a Starbucks Reserve, which is quite an exceptional concept relative to the usual Starbucks. You can premiumize cannabis, you can premiumize travel, you can premiumize skincare. It's pretty much everything. And I think it participates to this idea under COVID of buying less but buying better. To a certain extent, you could think that it's a bit of an eco-friendly concept, you know, even though consumers probably don't buy less, buy better just to preserve the environment. But, you know, not being too cynical, it can also tick that box to a certain extent. What I would say is you've had a lot of doubt, you've had a lot of stress during this COVID-19 period. And what we've heard people talk about here in the US is some form of survival trade. You know, I've survived this episode of COVID. I've seen the past 2 years and been a bit stressed out. I'm allowed to reward myself. I'm worth it, as L'Oréal would put it, right? So there's a whole series of attributes that luxury has developed that a lot of other consumer subsectors can look up to and draw inspiration from. And so that's what I meant by the premiumization of everything. You know, you can cut a line at the airport if you pay up to get a specific pass. You can have access to great products in every single subsector if you're willing to pay up a bit.
In the context of this premiumization, how do you see the impact of product scarcity, whether the scarcity is volunteer or whether it is not?
I think at the end of the day, you know, the luxury brands that I look at, they're actually almost mass-produced, right? But you have to come across as being unique to every single consumer. So there's a shift to what I would call mass customization, you know, making the communication, making the product, making the experience, make you feel as a consumer like you're the only one, even though you're one of potentially millions. You know, if you look at some of the bigger brands, like Louis Vuitton, like Gucci or Prada, they're selling to quite a few consumers, but they need to have the impression that they're the only one. Now, the danger of luxury in terms of mass production 6, 7, 8 years ago was around ubiquity. You know, this idea that I've seen this product too much, that I'm fed up with it, that I need something that's special. And so I think many brands have been really good at really hyper segmenting their offer and giving you the impression that you're the only one. So is it manufactured scarcity? Yes. Gradually, we're coming back to the reality of what luxury used to be, which was, you know, limited runs of production to ensure that if you see something you like, you better buy it. Because if you come back 3, 4 weeks later, you might not see that product again. That's part of the emotion. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much for these insights and looking forward to meet you for our next episode.
Thanks for having me. See you soon.
Thank you, Erwan. Thank you.